hate to say this, but it is true. Yeah, I'm not a good listener. Kabhi kabhi my mother would say to me ki why the hell are you so cold? I used to feel like a clenched fist like this. This is a fun game. Let's play this. What's a weird slash niche thing you know too much about? So, if you know someone who one day talks about something, paint, and the other day they have done a complete PhD on that particular topic, paint, it can be anything, it can be as boring as paint. That person might have some neurodivergence because that's how people are. So for me, it has to be psychology. Like, I won't say that I'm an expert because it takes a lot of time and I do not want to discredit the experts out there, but I know a good amount of things in that particular genre. So, and movies. Yeah, movies. I love movies. You can talk to me about movies all day long. Yep. What's the before version of you that your listener will recognize? I guess in your journey, there must have come a time where asking for help it was a sign of weakness. For me, it is crying. I do not feel comfortable showing any kind of emotion anywhere. Like, kabhi kabhi my mother would say to me ki why the hell are you so cold and so unapproachable, and I'm like, I cannot. I used to feel like a clenched fist like this, that I cannot talk to people about my emotions if they are I can talk about emotions but not mine. I cannot be in a vulnerable state and share that I feel scared, nervous, anything. My grandfather died and I did not cry. I did not cry for a long time, and I did not cry in front of anybody. Like, I cried the day I heard about it, but I did not cry after that. And then came a time when everything was silent and people have mourned and they are now in the moving on phase. And for me, that was the time it was hitting me, and there were, I guess, 5 months in the row where I would just wake up in the morning and realize that he is not here anymore, and the first thing that I would do just waking up is crying. And I repressed that emotion so deeply inside me that later on it became an autoimmune disease, which we'll talk about later in detail. But I think that is something a lot of people will relate to, and I've talked about it to a lot of my friends who has neurodivergence, and I've seen this in my family too. So yeah, one sentence you'd hate to say about yourself, but it is completely true. I'm not a good listener. I hate to say this, but it is true. Yeah, I'm not a good listener. I try, that's what I do. I try to be a good listener, but I won't say that I'm there yet. What does your listener whisper to themselves at 2 a.m.? There is this one feeling which I never heard anybody say out loud, but I know a lot of you feel, is like, that there is something needs to be done, but at the same time you are paralyzed and you can't do it, and you can't do anything. Like, you cannot do anything else. Like, it can be a project waiting to be submitted at the end of the summer, and the whole summer you are like, that project needs to be done. Watching TV and you're like, homework karna hai, project needs to be done. At the same time, you just cannot make yourself stand up and break that pattern and start doing that task, that project. So I think you hate yourself at 2 a.m. when you are like laying in bed and you open your eyes and you're like, this day wasted, did nothing today, and then comes the dread. Finish this. I am so tired of the world telling people that it's all in your head, and oh, don't think about it. It's just people make up these things to cover up their laziness and stuff. I just hate it. I don't know how to talk to those people. What were you obsessively googling and talking about? I was thinking a lot about how neurotypical people mold their lifestyles to accommodate neurodivergence in their loved ones. So, growing up, my sister and my mother did that a lot because my father has it, and as I told you, it's generational. So, and they are the most loving people out there. Sometimes I would walk up to my mom and be like, there is no amount of gratitude that we can give you for deal with our neuroses. And I'm like, she's the only normal one. Sometimes we all lose it at once, and she's the grounding, humbling, getting us to the reality person. The exact moment you knew you had to start this podcast, when my brother when I could see him struggle, when I could see my aunt and my uncle just getting everything wrong about his personality, and they were like, he is the reason, because I wanted to break the cycle. He was the reason that I wanted to make a community, make a platform jahan pe we can easily talk about this. This is accessible. This is very easy to our socio-economic background and our society affects this a lot. And coming from a very humbled middle class Indian family, living in a top like tier 3 city, how was it for me to understand and navigate through it? It is very, I just say that again and again, it's like broken record, but it's very important. So he was the reason. When I could see my father, who like I see things in such a way that him having ADHD, parenting, like a ADHD parent parenting their child who again has ADHD, and how that relationship is so fragile, and two individuals who are at the same nerve endings and receptive to same emotions, are like the one is getting annoyed and the other one is getting scared. So it was so important for me to build this community. So I guess let's build this stronger. And if you have watched this video, the complete video, you are there, you have watched a 7 minute video, and I'm telling you, if you can sit through this video, we'll be able to sort this out. So please comment down below what things you want me to talk about, and I guess the next video will be about how repressing my emotions because of neurodivergence, repressing my emotions became an autoimmune disease, which almost could have killed me. Yeah, total, like a bait. See you next time. Bye bye.